If you're over 60 and believe that protein is too expensive to grow muscle, what I'm going to share could save you hundreds of dollars and provide better results than those pricey supplements. Finding the most potent, reasonably priced muscle-building meals that are more effective than anything you'll find in a pricey nutrition store is the goal here, not taking shortcuts. This is the harsh truth that today's seniors must deal with. You lose 1% to 2% of your muscle mass year beyond the age of 50. You may have lost 30% of your strength by the age of 80. Protein costs have soared in the meantime. Specialty meals, expensive protein powders, and premium cuts of meat can be very expensive. However, what if I told you that 7 certain protein-rich foods, each weighing less than $3 per serving, may aid in muscle growth more effectively than pricey supplements? The fitness industry now wants you to think that spending more than $200 a month on supplements, high-quality steaks, and pricey protein powders is necessary to gain muscle. However, that isn't the complete story. They fail to mention that some of the most potent proteins for growing muscle may be found in your grocery store's low-cost area, where they are frequently disregarded due to their lack of ostentatious advertising efforts. Over the past 3 years, I have been investigating why, despite having comparable salaries, some seniors continue to be incredibly strong far into their 80s, while others become weak and reliant. I was astonished by what I found. Please let me know where you're coming from today before we begin. Please feel free to ask any questions you may have and leave a comment below. Remember to click the subscribe button and enable notifications so you don't miss any of Senior Health's top health advice. And I want to know whether you're with me if you're now watching. If this video resonates with you, type 1 in the comments section. If not, type 0. It had nothing to do with increasing nutrition spending. The goal was to determine which reasonably priced foods have the best, most bioavailable protein that aged muscles can genuinely utilize. Compared to seniors who were losing muscle mass, those who remained strongest frequently spent less on protein. In the following few minutes, I'll share 7 low-cost protein foods that will help you gain muscle without breaking the wallet, arranged from beneficial to absolutely necessary. I'll explain the exact cost of each, why they're more effective than pricey substitutes, and, above all, how to get ready for the greatest possible muscle-building effect. Keep reading because the best protein food is less than 50 cents per serving and provides more usable protein than pills that cost 20 times as much. Let's start with number 7. Canned sardines, which provide 23 grams of complete protein at a mere $1.25 per can. Sardines make most people cringe, but for seniors on a tight budget who wish to gain muscle, these little fish are nutritious powerhouses that are far more potent than their weight class. Sardines' protein content alone isn't what makes them so powerful. Rather, it's the completeness and quality of that protein. In addition to having all 9 of the key amino acids your body needs to create muscle, sardines are a great source of omega-3 fatty acids, which lower inflammation and hasten the breakdown of muscle in older adults. Because our muscles are more vulnerable to inflammatory injury as we age, and because low-grade inflammation can erode muscle tissue more quickly than it can be repaired, this combination is essential. Seniors who ate tiny fatty fish, such as sardines, twice a week over a 3-year period, lost considerably less muscle than those who ate fish very sporadically, according to a study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition. The researchers observed that muscle that would normally be destroyed due to inflammatory processes was preserved by the omega-3's anti-inflammatory properties. It's especially intriguing that those who consistently consumed sardines were able to maintain their grip, strength, and walking speed better than those who did not, suggesting that the advantages were translated into practical functional gains. Here's why sardines are a great option for those on a tight budget. With the extra bonus of soft, edible bones that supply calcium for bone health, each can cost $1.25 and has the same high-quality protein as a $6 piece of salmon. Another important consideration is convenience. They have a long shelf life, don't need to be cooked, and are ready to eat right out of the can. Sardines allow you to stock up when they're on sale and ensure that you always have high-quality protein on hand, unlike fresh fish that spoils easily and needs to be stored carefully. Start by mashing them into avocado toast with lemon juice and herbs, or add them to pasta salad for a more subdued flavor if you're worried about the taste. They can also be mixed with scrambled eggs for a high-protein breakfast, added on crackers with hot sauce, or blended into a Caesar salad dressing. Consistency is crucial. At a fraction of the price of alternative protein sources, even 1 can per week offers substantial nourishment that supports muscle growth. However, if sardines give affordable complete protein, the next item delivers something even more essential for growing muscle. 6. Cottage cheese has 24 grams of protein per cup and costs $2.50 for a 16-ounce container. Although cottage cheese may seem outdated, it's one of the best proteins available for seniors who want to gain muscle at a reasonable cost. The distinct protein makeup of cottage cheese is what sets it apart. It contains a lot of casein protein, which takes a long time to digest and gives muscles a constant supply of amino acids over a number of hours. Because our muscles become less effective at using protein as we age, this slow-release action is especially important for seniors. The consistent supply of amino acids from casein aids in overcoming anabolic resistance, which is the diminished capacity of aging muscles to react to protein consumption, according to scientists. Imagine it like the difference between drinking water slowly throughout the day and guzzling it down when you're thirsty. The prolonged release from casein guarantees that no protein is wasted because your muscles can only process so much protein at once. Even in the absence of exercise, McMaster University research revealed that older persons who ingested casein protein saw notable increases in muscle growth and strength. In order to allow the slow-digesting protein to function overnight during the body's natural repair and recuperation phase, the study participants ingested casein prior to bed. This is especially crucial for seniors since, although sleep quality tends to deteriorate with age, the process of growing muscle can still proceed even in the face of sleep disturbances. But unlike other protein sources, cottage cheese is incredibly versatile and incredibly affordable. A 16-ounce jar costs $2.50 and contains about 100 grams of high-quality protein. It is among the most affordable muscle-building foods available, costing less than 3 cents per gram of protein. For comparison, that is around the same price as one protein bar with only 20 grams of protein. Even after adjusting for total protein consumption, a clinical study that was published in the Journal of the American Medical Directors Association revealed that seniors who ate cottage cheese at least 4 times a week had measurable increases in muscle mass and grip strength compared to those who did not. This implies that the particular protein makeup of cottage cheese has some special health benefits. Additionally, the researchers observed that cottage cheese eaters scored higher on bone density tests, most likely as a result of the protein's synergistic effects from the high calcium level. Selecting full-fat varieties over low-fat ones is crucial since the beneficial fats aid in the absorption of protein and promote fullness. Additionally, the fat content aids in the absorption of fat-soluble vitamins such as vitamin D, which is essential for healthy muscle function. You may use it as a base for savory recipes with herbs and vegetables, incorporate it into smoothies for smoothness, or eat it straight or combined with berries for a protein-rich snack. In order to save money and obtain more protein, some individuals even use it in place of ricotta cheese in lasagna recipes. If cottage cheese gives you slow-release protein, the next food gives your muscles something they need even more. 5. 18 grams of protein every cooked cup of lentils, which cost under $1.50 per pound. Although they may not appear like a powerful source of muscle, lentils provide seniors on a tight budget with a full nutrition that promotes muscle growth while supplying long-lasting energy and vital nutrients that become more and more crucial as we age. Not their protein level, but rather their special blend of protein, fiber, iron, and B vitamins that promote muscle function and recovery is what makes lentils so great for growing muscle. Because iron deficiency can damage muscle strength and endurance before it affects blood factors like hemoglobin, it is especially significant for seniors. Many elderly people experience subclinical iron insufficiency, which makes them feel weak and exhausted. Lentils can help treat this nutritional problem, which many mistake for normal aging. Leucine, the amino acid that initiates muscle protein synthesis, is also present in considerable quantities in lentils, making them one of the few plant proteins to do so. Even though they aren't a complete protein by themselves, they offer all the essential amino acids your muscles require for growth and repair when consumed throughout the day in combination with grains or nuts. For seniors who wish to cut back on meat consumption without compromising their ability to gain muscle, this makes them very beneficial. According to a study published in the Journal of Nutrition, older persons who regularly ate legumes, such as lentils, had superior physical function and preserved muscle mass than those who mostly consumed animal proteins. The anti-inflammatory substances in legumes, which aid in establishing a more favorable environment for muscle maintenance, were the reason given by the researchers for this. Additionally, the high fiber content promotes gastrointestinal health, which is important for nutrient absorption and overall muscle-building effectiveness, according to new studies. About 8 servings of high-quality protein are included in a pound of dry lentils, which costs $1.50. Lentils are among the most affordable foods for developing muscle on the globe, costing less than 20 cents per serving for 18 grams of protein. They can be added to soups, stews, salads, or eaten as a side dish. They also cook more rapidly than other dried beans and keep well in your cupboard for months. Lentils may be prepared from bag to table in roughly 30 minutes, as opposed to beans that need to be soaked overnight. Red lentils are the quickest to cook and have a mild flavor that complements curries and soups. They also frequently break down to provide a creamy texture that is ideal for elderly people who have trouble chewing. Brown and green lentils give a pleasant meat-like texture, retain their shape well, and work well in salads and grain bowls. The secret is to prepare them with anti-inflammatory spices like ginger, garlic, and turmeric to increase their advantages for supporting muscles while also making them more palatable and easy to digest. The fourth option is canned tuna, which costs $1 a can and provides 22 grams of high-quality protein in a 3-ounce portion. One of the greatest protein options for seniors on a limited budget who wish to gain muscle is canned tuna. You can obtain the same high-quality protein as pricey fresh fish for only $1 per can, plus the added convenience of a long shelf life and no preparation needed. Tuna's remarkable amino acid composition is what makes it so good for growing muscle. In addition to being naturally low in fat and calories, Tuna has all 9 essential amino acids in the right ratios for muscle protein synthesis, making it the perfect food for seniors who wish to increase lean muscle without putting on extra weight. For seniors, the lean protein profile is especially crucial because too much body fat might disrupt hormones that promote muscle growth and raise inflammatory levels all across the body. Additionally, tuna's protein is highly accessible, which means your body can absorb and digest it with ease. As we age and our digestive efficiency gradually decreases, this becomes more and more crucial. According to research from the University of Arkansas, older persons used fish protein, such as tuna, more efficiently than they did some other protein sources. Even among those over 70, absorption rates were above 90%. Here's why canned tuna is a great option for those on a tight budget. You're spending less than 5 cents per gram of protein at $1 per can, which contains 22 grams of protein. You can see why tuna is such a cost-effective option for growing muscle when you contrast that with protein powders, which can cost anywhere from 15 to 20 cents per gram. Even high-end protein supplements targeted at the elderly can cost 10 times as much per gram of protein as tuna in a can. Because of its adaptability, canned tuna is simple to include in any diet. To keep calories under control and to diversify the varieties of tuna, it is important to choose tuna packed in water rather than oil. The least expensive type of tuna is chunk-like, although albacore has a little higher protein content and a firmer texture. It can be eaten right out of the can with crackers, added to salads for a protein boost, cooked in a pan with eggs to form tuna patties, or combined with whole grain crackers and veggies for a quick and easy dinner. The FDA advises adults who are worried about mercury to eat up to 12 ounces of low-mercury fish, such as canned light tuna, per week. This keeps consumption under healthy limits while providing an abundance of nourishment for growing muscle. In addition to maximizing nutritional variety, switching between canned fish varieties such as salmon, sardines, and tuna helps reduce any possible exposure. 3. Each dozen of whole eggs costs $2.50 and contains 6 grams of complete protein. Given their amazing price and nutritional fullness, eggs may be the most underappreciated food for seniors looking to gain muscle. You can get high-quality protein and vital elements that support muscle function and recovery in ways that isolated protein sources just cannot, all at about 20 cents per egg. The biological value of the protein in eggs is what makes them unique for growing muscle, not just the amount of protein they contain. Your body can use almost all of the protein in eggs since they have the greatest protein quality score of any entire food. For elderly people whose digestive systems may not be able to consume protein as effectively as they once did, this becomes extremely important. Seniors need every gram to count. Therefore, the higher bioavailability of egg protein is quite valuable, even though younger folks may waste some of their protein intake. However, most people are unaware of this. Half of the protein and vital elements like leucine, vitamin D, and choline, all of which are necessary for muscular function, are found in the yolk. According to a University of Illinois study, even with the same quantity of protein, eating entire eggs after working out produced a 40% higher response in terms of muscle growth than eating just egg whites. Researchers found that the nutrients in the yolk really improved the body's use of the white protein, resulting in a synergistic effect that neither egg whites nor protein powders can provide. In addition to being one of the few food sources of vitamin D, which studies have shown directly affects muscle performance, eggs also contain all 9 essential amino acids in the right amounts. Muscle strength is consistently higher in seniors with higher vitamin D levels than in those with lower levels. Unlike many vitamin D pills that are poorly absorbed when taken without fat, the vitamin D in eggs is especially well absorbed because it is bundled with beneficial fats that improve absorption. A dozen eggs cost $2.50 and contain 72 grams of complete protein. With less than 4 cents per gram of protein, they are among the most affordable nutrients for growing muscle. They may be cooked into omelets with whatever vegetables you have on hand, poached over whole grain toast, hard-boiled for portable snacks, or scrambled with vegetables for a full dinner. They're also quite versatile and easy to prepare. You won't get bored because there are so many different ways to prepare. Eating the entire egg, not just the whites, is crucial. The yolk offers vital elements that promote general muscle health and improve protein usage. Recent studies have mainly disproved the link between eating eggs and heart disease for the majority of people, which is good news for seniors who are worried about their cholesterol levels. Actually, the choline in egg yolks promotes brain health, which is crucial for preserving the mind-muscle link required for productive exercise and day-to-day tasks. The following dish, however, gives something that functions as liquid medicine for your muscles if eggs supply complete nutrients. 2. Greek yogurt has 20 grams of protein per cup and costs $5 for a 32-ounce container. Given its distinct protein composition and remarkable adaptability, Greek yogurt is among the most effective diets for seniors looking to gain muscle. You can acquire high-quality protein that supports muscle growth and recovery around the clock for roughly 80 cents per serving. Greek yogurt is exceptional for growing muscle since it contains both slow-digesting and fast-digesting proteins. Whey and casein proteins are both present. While casein offers hours of sustained amino acid release, whey delivers amino acids quickly for instant muscle protein synthesis. Seniors whose muscles require steady nutritional support day and night may benefit most from this dual-action protein delivery. Additionally, probiotics found in Greek yogurt promote gastrointestinal health, which new study indicates is essential for nutrient absorption and lowering inflammation, which hastens muscle loss. Every dollar spent on protein is more effective when your gut microbiota is in good health because it allows your body to absorb more nutrients from the food you eat. In particular, the probiotics in Greek yogurt support the integrity of the intestinal barrier, which keeps inflammatory substances out of the bloodstream and hinders the development of muscle. According to a study from Tufts University, seniors who regularly ate Greek yogurt had noticeably more muscle mass and improved physical function than those who ate normal yogurt or none at all. The concentrated protein content and the slow-digesting casein, which offers long-lasting muscular support, were the researchers' explanations for this. When compared to the control group, participants who consumed Greek yogurt every day for 12 weeks had quantifiable gains in walking speed and leg strength. A 32-ounce package of 160 grams of protein costs $5, which is around 3 cents per gram of protein. In addition to offering excellent nutritional benefits, including calcium for bone health, B vitamins for energy metabolism, and good bacteria for digestive health, it is competitive with the least expensive protein sources. Since strong bones serve as the basis for strong muscles, the calcium level is especially crucial for seniors. One is not possible without the other. The secret is to select full-fat, plain Greek yogurt free of added sugars, which can cause inflammation and negate the benefits of muscle growth. Better satiety and improved absorption of fat-soluble vitamins are two benefits of the full-fat variant. You can use it as a base for smoothies, Replace sour cream in recipes, eat it plain, combine it with berries and nuts for a whole meal, or even marinate meats to add protein and flavor. Because of its adaptability, you can use it in a variety of meals throughout the day to optimize your muscle-building potential. Up until now, everything we've discussed has been leading to the creation of the best low-cost protein food that offers more muscle-building potential per dollar than anything else on the market. First off, each cooked cup of dried beans contains 15 grams of protein and costs about $1.20 per pound. Despite their unglamorous appearance, dried beans are the best low-cost food for seniors looking to gain muscle. You can get roughly 12 servings of high-quality protein for $1.20 per pound. Beans are the most affordable food for developing muscle on the planet, costing only 10 cents per serving for 15 grams of protein. Not only are dried beans incredibly inexpensive, but they also have a special nutritional profile that promotes muscle growth in a number of ways. Protein, complex carbs for long-lasting energy, fiber for intestinal health, and vital minerals like potassium, magnesium, and iron that are necessary for muscle growth and repair are all found in beans. The fiber feeds good gut bacteria that promote nutrient absorption and lower inflammation, while the complex carbs give your muscles the energy they need for growth and repair. Because beans include anti-inflammatory chemicals that assist establish a favorable environment for muscle building, their protein is especially useful for seniors. Age-related muscle loss is largely caused by chronic low-grade inflammation, which beans' polyphenols assist to prevent. Additionally, these same substances promote cardiovascular health, which feeds muscular tissue additional nutrition through improved circulation. Seniors who frequently ate beans had much greater physical function and muscle mass preservation than those who didn't, according to a seminal study that was published in the Journal of Nutrition. The study tracked the participants for 5 years. Additionally, the researchers observed that bean eaters had superior overall health outcomes and lower levels of inflammatory markers. Most astonishingly, those who consumed beans at least 4 times a week were less likely to be hospitalized for fractures and falls and were able to preserve their independence for longer. Although beans alone don't deliver all the critical amino acids your muscles require, they do when paired with grains, nuts, or tiny amounts of animal protein throughout the day. This method's advantage is that you don't have to eat them together in the same meal. Complete proteins can be put up by your body using the amino acids you eat throughout the day. For seniors who might not want to eat a lot of food at once, this makes meal planning simpler and more flexible. Variety is the key. The nutritional profiles and flavors of navy beans, kidney beans, chickpeas, pinto beans, and black beans vary slightly. Antioxidants are especially abundant in black beans. Kidney beans are a great source of folate. Navy beans are high in fiber and potassium, while chickpeas have more protein per cup than most other types. You may avoid taste fatigue and guarantee a wide range of nutrients by switching between varieties. You're spending less than 1 cent per gram of protein at $1.20 per pound, which provides roughly 180 grams of protein. For every dollar invested, no other food offers nearly as much nourishment for growing muscle. To put this into perspective, 1 pound of dried beans contains 9 times as much protein as a single protein bar, but they cost the same. Although they take time to boil, dried beans can be made in bulk and frozen in portions for ease of use. The method is made considerably simpler with a slow cooker or pressure cooker, which lets you make a week's worth of beans with little work. Another significant benefit is the flexibility of preparation. You can mash them into sandwich spreads, sprinkle them in salads for texture, add them to soups and stews for added protein and fiber, or have them as a side dish with grains for a full protein combo. They complement any cuisine, including Mexican, Mediterranean, and Asian-inspired dishes, because they are excellent flavor absorbers. This is the fact that connects everything. Premium diets and costly supplements are not necessary for senior muscle growth. Some of the most effective foods for growing muscle can be found in the less expensive sections of your supermarket. You are investing in your strength, freedom, and future well-being with every dollar you spend on these 7 meals. This is your plan of action. This week, start with only 2 of these foods. Make a simple bean soup for dinner, have Greek yogurt with berries for morning, or pack a can of sardines for lunch. Determine your present protein expenditure and contrast it with these cost-effective choices. You'll probably discover that you can increase your muscle-building outcomes when halving your protein expenses. Consistency, not perfection, is the key. Start with the foods that you enjoy the most and work your way up. Keep canned tuna and sardines in your cabinet for easy dinners, cook dried beans in bulk on the weekends, and base your daily protein intake on eggs and Greek yogurt. You'll experience more vitality, better recuperation, and the sort of strength that maintains your independence in a matter of weeks. It doesn't have to cost a fortune to gain muscle as a senior. These 7 inexpensive protein-rich meals demonstrate that the best nutrition is frequently the least expensive. All you have to do is know where to search. Using foods that have been feeding people for decades, you can get more muscle for less money than those who spend hundreds on expensive supplements and premium cuts of meat. You have an option. You might choose to believe the marketing cliché that pricey items are necessary for muscle growth, or you can take charge with these tried-and-true, reasonably priced protein sources that produce noticeable effects. Premium pricing and elegant packaging don't matter to your muscles. They react well to long-term, consistent, high-quality nourishment that you can afford. Please share this video if you think it could assist someone you care about become stronger without going over their budget. Since nature has offered such effective and affordable ways to stay strong, no one should believe that they cannot afford to do so. If you would like to receive more evidence-based tips for healthy aging on any budget, please hit the notification button and subscribe.